Right, everyone. WeaponCollector here. Right, Zed. Right, tactical. Yeah, Zedward. Right, yeah. Hope you had a good evening last night, Zed. I don't know what you did for your birthday. If you did anything else, well, no, I suppose you went to bed after the live stream, didn't you? But yeah, well, I hope you had a good birthday yesterday. Anyway, I don't think I even asked that yesterday, did I? I was too preoccupied with doing stupid fucking banners. Right, so yeah, been a little bit late. I thought I'd keep you all waiting tonight. Make you think I wasn't coming on. Right, so I'm going to just put my little ad on. I can't even be bothered to say the fucking intro for it today. But yeah, if you ever want to support the channel, here's our... If I can find the video. And while this is doing this, I'm just going to set up... Right, I'll be on in a second. Customization. Let's make it subscriber mode only again. What's the lowest you can do? Choose any duration. Oh, you can't. Not 1 minute. That'll do. Now that forces people to subscribe now if they want to comment. Oh well. And it didn't work last night, by the way. I gained about 2 subscribers. Right, let's see who's on. Zed, Tactical, Rough Country Films, Dan, and Richard and Nick. How you doing? You right? You right? Rough Country Films, I thought you weren't going to tell. No, I'll tell you, I was a bit busy. That's why I'm slightly sort of, I've been rushing around so much. I've suddenly become sort of like tired. It'll go in a minute. Yeah, just rushing around doing a load of crap, basically. I'll come back to myself in a minute. Yeah, all right, Nick. So, yeah. What have you done this evening? I've watched a film called Reminiscence with Hugh Jackman in. It was pretty good, actually. Yeah, it was. I quite enjoyed it. Right, Peter? How you doing, mate? I've noticed I do that, like this. All right, right. 2 of my thumbnails are completely different days, and the thumbnail is me and my thumb is exactly the same. But you can tell it's different because one's daylight, one's... So how I am positioned, my face, my hand, everything is exactly the same in these 2 thumbnails, except one's night and one's day. Irish ladies, how you doing, mate? You all right? So yeah, Reminiscence. Oh, did you seen it, Rough Country Films? Nice one. Oh, I'm glad someone's seen it. Yeah, brilliant, wasn't it? I really, really, really enjoyed that. Yeah, it was good, wasn't it? Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I'll tell you what, Hugh Jackman he's very good. So if he's going to be in a film. Like, I've never seen him in a shit film personally. So if Hugh Jackman's going to be in something, it's probably going to be good. Outdoor sports, how you doing, mate? I won't say too much. I won't spoil it. It's in the near future where you can go to these places and have your memories played back, so you can sort of see them and experience them again. And the problem with that is, and I think this would really happen, people sort of become addicted to it because you're reliving your best moments, and then people can't stop doing it. That's not really the premise of it, but in doing that, this bloke meets this woman who then he spends... Yeah, I won't say too much, but it's good. It revolves around using this technology to solve a mystery. Put it that way. two or three good main characters. Three good actors and characters in it. Yeah. Nick said, been doing some rough cutting for these new handle scales. Nice one, Nick. You have to show me a picture of that. Ted said, I rewatched Van Helsing with Hugh Jackman. Yeah, he's good, isn't he? He very, I don't know about his earlier stuff, but he very rarely does anything that's rubbish. You know what I mean? So I got hiccups. I just took a fucking tablet a minute ago, so it's stuck there. Rough Country films, weird but good. Yeah, yeah. I'll tell you one of my favorite Hugh Jackman films is probably The Fountain. Fountain. Oh man, that is a fucking excellent film. Brilliant. One of the best films I've ever seen. Irish Lane said, Mike, please show us your blackjacks or slapjacks or brogs. Well, you're going to have to send me a message, a normal message. You know, not a message, right? Put a comment on one of my videos. Say, Mike, don't forget to get out your blackjacks. And then next time I'm in the shed, because they're in the shed, I'll get them out. Because, yeah, they're locked up they're not locked up in the shed, but they're in the shed, and the shed's locked at the minute. Tactical said, watch the Eternals last night. It was a bit disappointing. Is the Eternals the one with two of the blokes out of Game of Thrones in? It's well worth watching. It's well worth watching, yeah. They're using this technology of where you can see people's memories. Yeah, people get addicted to it, going back to the best memory they ever had, and then they can't stop it. But yeah, he's trying to... something happens, and he uses that technology to solve a mystery. But I won't tell you what. Dan said, have you collected any weapons since the last stream? That was last night. No, I haven't. Have I? No, I haven't. I don't collect them that quickly. Nick said, there's a picture on my Instagram of the knife and scale blades. Oh, I've not seen that, Nick. I must have you on Instagram. What's your Instagram? You ever sent me a message on Instagram, Nick? What is your Instagram, Nick's Knives? Well, I've got you on there or something, Nick. I don't know. Unless you send me a message. Send me a message on Instagram, Nick, and then I can just click your thing then. That's funny, Nick. Let me look in my messages. I'm sure you must have said hello to me once on there. And I know me and you talk on Instagram if we need to talk, but you must have said hello to me on here. That's weird. When I searched your name, I couldn't find nothing. Dan said there's a Black Mirror episode along those lines. Yeah, you know, funny thing is, Dan, it's sort of reminded. Yeah, if you like Black Mirror, you'll definitely like Reminiscence. 100%. Yeah, it's a similar kind of thing. Near future technology that, you know, probably wouldn't ever happen, but sort of potentially could, I suppose. Yeah, and set in the near future, so not too long. So I'm just looking through this thing, so you know. No, I don't think I have it. Don't worry about it, Nick. I'll find it tomorrow or something. I'm sorry, I've been doing multiple things. I just remembered, so hang on. All right, yeah. Outdoor Sports said the last one I watched was Cannibal the Musical. Now that's a good film as well. Yeah, if you've never seen Cannibal the Musical, that is a fucking excellent film, isn't it? I love that. That's the one when you were late. I was expecting a Wendy stream. Oh, what, tonight? You mean? Yeah. Well, I'll be honest. This has been cleaned in preparation for tonight. I haven't decided yet. And the thing I was just checking then was a gout test. Thank you, Nick. Did you hear the notification? Black Mirror. Yeah, Black Mirror is probably one of my favourite TV shows. I really like that. It's a pity Charlie Brooker didn't make a load of those during lockdown, because that would have been the perfect opportunity for it. But he said he didn't want to do it during lockdown because he didn't want to depress people. But not all of Black. Well, I'd say majority of Black Mirror isn't depressing. Zed said, I don't know that I'd want to visit my memories. I'm not really into horror movies. Well, funny thing is, right, that's interesting. That's an interesting thing to say. No, because I was thinking about it myself. And in all honesty, a lot of things I thought, I don't know if I'd bother with half of it. But then I thought there probably are. There are some. Do you know what I would end up visiting if I could? If I could revisit some of my memories, I would revisit the stuff that I can't remember. But then would that work if you can't remember it? I'd love, because in this thing you can sort of, as long as you vaguely remember it, they can. So basically, as long as you saw it, it's a memory, if that makes sense. So you know what I mean. You don't necessarily have to remember it as long as it happened. You know what I mean. So he will walk you through. He'll say, right, we're going to go back now to 15 years ago when you was, you know, in that room doing whatever. You know what I mean? Because there's some things I would like. There's like some ghost stories that I was told as a kid. I'd love to remember those, and I'd love to remember the one my dad told me, and I can't remember it now. But yeah, there's not loads I would have thought. You know what I mean? Right, let's go on to be honest, tactical. I probably won't, but we'll see what happens. Problem is, while there's booze about it, it just does my head in. I'd rather. I know it's a stupid thing to do, but once it's gone, it's gone. Nick. Nice comment. Right, do I follow you? Yeah, I do. What? Oh, there, the latest picture, Nick. You're going to change those handles. Yeah. Yeah, plan on making a new handle. Well, thank you, Nick. Appreciate that. I've got some of that stuff, that exact stuff, but Pete sent me it, and it's not quite big enough. It's just not big enough to do two sides of a knife, unless it was a very, very thin knife. Like a stiletto handle, I suppose, or something. You know what I mean? Like a very thin. It'd have to be about that fat. Right, where am I? I was saying, Mike, you have a shillelagh now, collecting like you need one. I haven't got a shillelagh. If I ever get some wood to make one, I definitely will. But I've never, don't really where we live and work, like where my brother works. You never really come across that kind of wood, sadly. Ain't fair going right, Luke? It should still work if it's stored in your subconscious. Exactly, that's it. That's it. And that's most of the things, Luke, that I thought I would go back and try to remember or experience would be stuff I couldn't remember, so that I could see it again. Because of, you know, the amount I used to drink and that, and also just, you know, you just get older and you forget things. There's so many things I want to remember, like want to know, but I can't remember them anymore. Sad, really. That's why a lot of shit I have. Partly why I'm writing, why I want to write a book about the stuff I used to do is because I don't want to forget it either myself. Because one day I will, because a lot of it has to be already told to me because of being drunk. So a lot of like my memories are partly my own memories and stuff other people have told me about the same story, if that makes sense. Outdoor Sports said, knowing the trendy Silicon Valley ideas just now, the memory revisiting tech would probably solve psych you know what's, along with some buzzing and blinking lights. Yeah, funny thing, they used this technology in the film for interrogate criminals, because they could just use their own memories against them. Nick said, all I can remember of my nan and granddad is when she called him a hooligan because he shouted at me because I spilled porridge everywhere. I'd be a little shit. Yeah, it would be nice to remember more, wouldn't it, if you could? But yeah. Stu, how you doing, mate? You right, Stu? If anyone wonders, we're talking about the film Reminiscence. Or anything you want. Gundam, you right, mate? Yeah, said I take it you've never thought of giving that booze to your family. Or just pouring it down the drain. I did both those things, but I didn't do it. That did cross my mind, though. To be honest, if no one hardly drinks in my house, no one hardly drinks. Nick said the stuff I got is about 8 mil thick. So would be LXW though. No, not so big in oh yeah, length times width. Yeah, I get you. Yeah, the one I've got is about that long, about 8 mil thick, but only about that wide. And if you cut it down to make two scales, it's only big enough for something like a Swiss Army penknife or a very thin-handled dagger. But Pete sent me it as a gift. Ain't free until I'd revisit childhood and obvious sex memories. Well, that's a lot. What a lot of people sort of, they don't show too much of it, but it appears a lot of people do that. Yeah, exactly. Reminiscence. No, I thought about it, Zed and Tattoo. I thought about it, but then it just went straight out of my head. But I thought about it. I did think about it. No, because I'd already said to my I said to my younger brother earlier. I said, if you want some of that booze, just take it, but just don't take it all. Right. Eight figures here, but not linked together, of course. No, I knew you meant. Outdoor Sports said Cannibal the Musical, to be honest, is a film that you'd need to have been really well off at the time to have made as a student. They've done a good job, haven't they? Most people wouldn't have got their hands on that level of equipment. Yeah, well, yeah, that's yeah. It's a good film, though, isn't it? I really enjoyed Cannibal the Musical. Yeah, Cannibal the Musical. Gundam said, "What do you think of Todd's Workshop Dart Shield?" I never watched it in the end. I watched it. What actually is it? Is it a shield that has darts in it and what you can pull them out and throw them like a spear or something? I don't actually know. That's what it looked like. Like the shield had sort of the little, not darts, but like it was about this long, weren't they? Right, hang on. Just fucking getting rid of some stuff on here. Is that what it was? Yeah, it looks quite clever. It looks a good idea. I suppose it's one of those things that, well, I don't know. I suppose it potentially could still be useful in this day and age. Different time now. I think shields can still be useful in this day and age, 100%. Shields can, in the right situation and stuff like that. Shield is still a viable thing to use. And I suppose in the right situation, some little spears you could get out probably would be as well, wouldn't they? Depending on the situation. Right, Dan, how are you? Outdoor Sports said, it's so funny, Mike, especially the guy who got all sorts of stuff jammed in his eye and popped out. Oh, bloody at the end. I like the songs in it, actually. The songs are funny. The gore is funny. Good actors, good characters. Yeah, it's very funny. I like it a lot. Messo, how are you? And you say, hey, man, love your channel. Just wanted to ask, what is the best performance air pistol you recommend? Price is not an issue. Well, that's hard to say because price not an issue. I don't know. Because I'm quite a budget. When it comes to most things, I'm sort of on a bit of a budget. If you see anything very expensive here, it's normally been donated or highly contributed by other people. But there you go. Nick's going to be able to help you there. If you can answer him. Outdoor Sports said, did you pick up Planescape Talk? No, I didn't. I've got it still in my bookmark, though. So it's, if I ever want it, it's there as a reminder to get it. You know what I mean? Dan said, have you been up to much? Not really, in all honesty. Not really. No, fuck all. The problem is, at least 3 people I know, their jobs have changed. So in my household and related to me, their jobs hours have changed, which has essentially affected my life. So now I have to stop doing everything I do every day earlier now to do other things for other people, shit like that. So I've got a lot less hours not a lot less, but where I used to be preoccupied 2 days a week, I'm preoccupied 5 days a week now. And some days, all fucking day. No, the only thing I've been planning on doing this week, and I haven't got around to it yet, was I was going to start reading this. Carver, how are you? You right, mate? 777, how you doing? You right, mate? CO2 repeating, and you live in the UK. There you go. I reckon Nick will be able to help you out there. Yeah, I don't really know with like big budget, not big budget, but no budget air pistols. I've not really looked at them for years. So I don't know. Outdoor Sports, so that's fine, to be honest. It's a 60-hour game. Yeah, I've got it bookmarked so that one day I'll look through and I'll see it. And I think, oh yeah, that's that game. I'll get that. You know what I mean? But yeah. Carved, I haven't got any air guns, but have a NeoPixel lightsaber. What's that then? I know what a lightsaber is, but what's a NeoPixel one then? Lewis said, getting my guns back next week. Yeah, nice one, Lewis. That's good news, mate. That's good news. How you been anyway? All right? I'm a little bit tired tonight for some reason. Did Nick answer in the end? Oh, there you go. He said, get yourself an SMK CP2. It can be a rifle and a pistol. Comes with 2 magazines, and you can fit an optic to it if you wish. Oh, Alan, you're right, mate. So I missed you there. Alan said, I sent you an image of the pistol. You may be... Funny thing is, sorry, Alan, I looked at that last night and forgot to reply. Yes, very nice. It's all white, isn't it, at the minute? Yeah, that looked very good. Very nice. Yeah. Yeah. You know what I'm like. The problem is a lot of the time I'm, especially in the evenings, when people message me after the live streams, it's obviously quite late and you get ready for bed. So I end up looking at them thinking, I'll reply in the morning, and then never do. So but I have seen it. There's working in security, it makes you hate kids more than anything. That's sake. Oh, look, let's see. Well, you do. I don't know how often you see this in other books, but you see this quite often in Stephen King books. But he's even got some of the actual picture of the handwriting there. Look. Stephen King's book often have little pictures drawn and shit like that. I know the basic story of this. I've seen the film, and Malcolm's told me the bits that are different to the film anyway. That one's supposed to be a lot more graphic than the film. Outdoor Sports says, sorry to recommend another book, but I'd recommend Titus Grown. Is that it? By Mervyn Peake. It's a gothic low fantasy title, full of weird characters, extremely rich descriptions. That sounds good. Yeah, I'll look into that. Yeah. I didn't know why the second prototype was already being designed off the back of that one. Nice one. Nick said, wonder how many people bought that and thought, some cunt scribbled in my new book. Yeah, imagine. Fuck's sake. Right, Rex. Lewis said, aren't all the King stories somehow connected by some giant turtle god? They are. Or even more specifically, the Dark Tower. But that turtle god that's Matter in the Turtle, which is one of the gods that connects to the Dark Tower. The Dark Tower is the main thing. And then offshoots of that is the turtle, the bear, and other ones. So basically, the Dark Tower, you're going to get me in a Stephen King rant now. That's weird. Well, it's not weird that the Dark Tower came up, but because we were talking about Stephen King. But yeah, basically, Lewis, yeah. In Stephen King's universe, the Dark Tower is like what he calls the nexus of the universe. So it's the center of the universe, and it basically it is the universe sort of thing, the Dark Tower. And that's what in the Dark Tower books, that's what Roland is. He's sort of prophesized to go into the Dark Tower. Yeah. That's Lewis, that's in it. Yeah, yeah. That's it. In the actual book, yeah. I don't know if in the new film and the second one it has the mentioned the turtle in it, but yeah, in the book, yeah, exactly. Yeah, nearly all of his books have some connection to. They're all connected to each other, but they're all connected to the Dark Tower series. And often you'll have characters from the other books in the Dark Tower. The Dark Tower series are 8 books. And weirdly enough, this is a strange thing. Twice today, when I was watching Reminiscence, he kept saying something in that sounded like something out of the Dark Tower. When I was listening to the radio, they said something that sounded just like the Dark Tower, and I thought, that's weird, that is. I wonder if that'll come up on the live stream. And there you go, it fucking did. But then I sort of forced it in a way, so. Dan said, would you rather have a real lightsaber of your choice or any sword from Lord of the Rings? Probably a lightsaber, because you could probably get any sword from the Lord of the Rings now. But yeah, if you just look up the words the Dark Tower and the turtle, it'll come up. There's like a poem that they say. And it's something like I can't remember now. See the turtle of enormous girth. On its back, it holds the earth. There's more to it than that, but yeah, it's basically there's old myths about that anyway. I think. Why is Nick a traitor? Oh, Nick said, speaking of books, the Tank Museum, we're having a sale, so I got Bushcraft 101 for £4 and a nice new pint glass for £3. What? You didn't get one of them? Fuck you now. I'll tell you what, Liz. I'm a big fan of the Stephen King books, and I love them. But the Dark Tower, the only thing I would say about the Dark Tower, it was written over a period of 30 years. And the first book, I think Stephen King never intended it to be a series. And the first book almost ends. And then later on, when he writes all of the rest of them. So if you ever read the first Dark Tower, this is to anyone, if you ever read the first Dark Tower book and you think this is a bit slow, a bit, I don't know. It's a good book, but all of the rest are a lot better, if that makes sense. Yeah. But Roland Deschain from the Dark Tower, probably my all-time favourite character of anything ever. But he's nothing like the character in the film. Ignore that film. Don't pay no attention to that film. Outdoor Sports. I remember watching the mini-series with Tim Curry's Pennywise, then reading the book and being shocked by all the extremely dodgy graphic shit. Yes. Yeah. It is just a book, isn't it? But yeah, Stephen King, I'll tell you, there's always something really graphic and fucked up in his books. Do you want me to tell you, who wants to hear a little really fucked up spoiler for The Stand that you will never ever see in any TV show ever? You'll never see it in a film, and you'll never ever see it in a TV show. So unless you read The Stand, you'll never know what this little spoiler is anyway. So if you want to hear one of the really fucked up spoilers from The Stand, I'll tell you. Gundam said, I might have... Mike, have you thought of taking a car leaf spring and making a giant crossbow out of it? That's crossed my mind, but it's getting it and doing it and all that, and then I'd have nowhere to shoot it anyway. That's a busy reading an old book from Irish folklore. That sounds good. Lewis, in all honesty, my mum has read every single Stephen King book apart from the Dark Tower ones. She just don't, for some reason, she don't like them. The best books I've ever read are the Dark Tower. Mount loved them as well. Mount's obsessed with Stephen King books and reads them all the time. And I've read the author I've ever read the most of is Stephen King, definitely. And it's interesting reading the characters. You'll be reading a book and then it'll come up with quotes from the Dark Tower a lot. The Dark Tower series, or characters, or and it gets quite interesting, this sort of joint universe from them. And some of the books are set in the same place, so set in the same town with the same characters. Right. If you don't want the spoiler for The Stand that you'll only ever know if you read the book, stop listening now until you see me doing this. All right? So stop listening now. Put the volume down. Put the volume down. Right, you've had your chances. Put your volume down. So I won't tell you too much about it, but because I can't remember it specifically. I can't remember all of it, but there's basically a bit where this bloke goes to a motel, gets basically captured at gunpoint by another man, who then sticks the barrel of a revolver up his ass. Right, you can listen now. Now you would never see that in a film. You wouldn't see that in a film, would you? Oh, fuck's sake. There you go. Now, I think there's a bit more to it than that. It's even more disgusting than that. But you would never see that in a yeah. Outdoor Sports said it was a bit of a jump from the miniseries content. Yeah, exactly. Well, that's it. No, that's it. But yeah. Nick said, I don't know. Pulp Fiction got pretty close. Well, it did. I suppose it did. It did. Yeah, I suppose because I suppose even that scene could be implied. You don't have to show it. It could be implied. You know, a bit like in Oz, where if you've never seen Oz, every episode, if there was ever a new character, that person always got killed. But I remember one episode where you're watching it and you're almost like going like this, like backing away from the telly. Are they going to stop? Are they going to stop? Because we're not going to keep talking about this subject either. Seems like this is going to be a trend. Bloke with a spoon, and you go to shove it up this other bloke's ass, and it's getting closer and closer and closer to his ass cheeks. And you're watching it going, no, it's not, is it? Backing away, but in your chair. And then just as it like gets to like there, it stops, cuts away. So you know what happened. Fuck's sake. Oz was good, but it was fucking insane. Jumping Jack said, yeah, Ash vs. Evil Dead, fucking excellent. Yeah, absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. The guinea pig films, I haven't heard of that, Stu. What's that then? I'll Google it quickly. Japanese exploitation gore horror. That sounds actually great. Sounds just up my street. I've never heard of them. I'm going to bookmark that. All right. That sounds excellent, Stu. I'll have a read of that tomorrow or later. Yeah, Oz. I've got Oz series. How many? I don't think I've got them all. Where are they? Actually, saying that. I've got up there. I've seen all of them, but I've got up to season 4 up there. I think is there 5 or 6 seasons of Oz? I don't know. Pat said I wouldn't want to be the actor playing that part. Yeah, exactly. Fuck's sake. Oz, if people don't know what it is, it's 6 series. Oz was basically a 90s American prison sort of drama type thing, but it was an experimental prison. So Oz is the nickname of Oswald State Correctional Facility, formerly Oswald State Penitentiary, a fictional level 4 maximum security state prison. It was like an experimental one. So they would do all these weird treatments with the prisoners, and they was all in sort of, instead of bars, they was in almost like glass door cells. Stu says someone showed Quentin Tarantino one, and he thought he had been shown a snuff film, someone being killed. I'll be honest with you, that's saying something then, isn't it? Because he's a massive connoisseur of all the old B-movie grindhouse exploitation stuff, so that must be very realistic, Stu. Yeah. You know what? I've never heard of that. Although it sort of rang a bell, but I don't know. It might just be the name. Gundam said, I've been playing a well-done fancy combat game recently. However, the gore for its time is pretty brutal, even for today's standards. It's called Blade of Darkness. All right. Never heard of that one. I do like a bit of gore. Gore when it depends, because sometimes you can have gore. You don't always need gore. I love a bit of gore for the sake of gore. You know what I mean? I love it. I love really gory films. But also, at the same time, you don't always need it. Sometimes there can be sort of, subtler ways of doing it. Depends what kind of film you're making. Because things like Brain Dead and Bad Taste, what makes them so fucking special is the amount of gore. But it's sort of comic book gore, isn't it, sort of thing. 83 gonna said, ever read James Herbert's book Rats or Domain about the giant rats after a nuclear bomb? If I remember. I haven't, but I know of them, and my mum may have them books, Luke. I'll have to look them up. I know of them though, because there's quite a few. I think there's quite a few films based on James Herbert stuff, isn't there? And he was a bit like a he was UK, wasn't he? basically like a UK version of Stephen King or Richard Layman. Yeah, English horror, right? Yeah, that's it. Stu said, I think the first one is the most famous. The rest are pretty weird shit, apparently. I'll look them up. Gundam said, Mike, your Scar Club, you made very good. Thank you, mate. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's just there at the minute. Oh, you can't see it. But yeah. Jumping Jack. You're right, mate. He said, I read Rats in high school in the mid-90s. Yeah. I'm unaware if I've... I don't know if I've read any James but I think my mum might have some, though. They'd be easy to get anyway. But I have read some Richard Layman books. Outdoor sports. In the game, your character can cut arms, legs, and heads off the enemy and use whatever as a weapon. Oh, no. So you'd be like using someone's arm, yeah. You also get wounds when you're hit. And all the movements are motion captured. Yeah, that sounds really good because I looked it up a second ago. Yeah. Yeah, for that kind of game, that looks very good. For that era, I mean. But yeah, I would always recommend the Dark Tower to anybody, the Dark Tower series. But the only thing I would say though is the first book is quite different to all the rest. But in a way that if you get through the first one and you like it, all of the rest are just getting better and better and better. You know what I mean? It's hard to explain why it's different. I think it's just because I think he did the first Dark Tower book. Let me look it up quickly. I think there was quite a gap between the first book and the second book. And so the first book was 1982, and then the second book was 1987, and then 91, 97, 98, 2003, 2004, 2004, 2012. But yeah, they're good though. They're really good. Stu said, guinea pig, flower of flesh and blood. Google images for that quick. All right. All right, let's get rid of that a minute. Yeah, fuck's sake. Yeah, straight away. Yeah, nice. Yeah, nice. Just if you could see what I could see. Lots of blood, dismembered, dismembered body. Better not show it on here. I'll probably get chucked off fucking YouTube. So I'll just check on my phone quickly. Outdoor Sports, it is originally from 2001, but it's got 4K release recently with better frames and upscale features. It was the first one of the only games for the time to have real-time lighting. All right. That's very interesting. Outdoor Sports, for like sakes, dude, that's disgusting. I'll put it this way: I would not show it on here. I wouldn't show it on here. I just say if Quentin Tarantino thought it was real, YouTube would definitely think it's real, and it'd be bye fucking YouTube from me. If you would like me to paint the picture for you, it was basically a woman laid on a bed, tied to a bed. Her arms were sort of cut off there, and her legs was cut off at sort of the thighs. A lot of blood, and it did look quite realistic, actually. Right, John, how you doing, mate? So yeah, that's it for films for me. Reminiscent, well worth watching if you want to watch that. Stu said, I've never actually seen it, just heard a lot about it. Yeah, I'd never heard of it, Stu. Yeah, look, I'll look up some of James Herbert's books. I know a reasonable bit about them somehow. I don't know. Do you know what I think it might be from? It might be from Garth Marenghi's Dark Place, because I think Garth Marenghi's Dark Place, the character Garth Marenghi, I think, is a piss take of James Herbert and Stephen King, because he actually looks quite like Stephen King, and I think also the leather jacket in that is from James Herbert. It's like a cross between the two of them. Let me look. We'll see if there's any sort of pictures of James Herbert in a leather jacket. Not really. But I think the book, if you look at the Garth Marenghi's Dark Place books, they're 100% a rip-off of James Herbert's covers. Yeah, I think that's what Garth Marenghi's Dark Place. Garth Marenghi is supposed to be like a piss take of James Herbert and Stephen King. Because there's actual bits where he looks like Stephen King as well, with the glasses on. Tactical said, when I said open your legs, I didn't mean that far apart. Outdoor said to Stu, I think I'd watch it, to be honest. If that's such a weird premise. Oh, you don't think you'd watch it? I would give it a go, 100%, because I like weird stuff like that, especially, proper unusual stuff. Well worth watching just for the sort of experience of it. That's why I like looking up. I'll tell you some quite good films. Look up the there was a period that they called French Extreme. French Extreme. They may still do it now, but yeah, look up French Extreme films. Let me look if that comes up. Yeah, French Extreme Horror. Yeah, New French Extremity. Yeah, that's how it is. Yeah, New French Extremism. Is a coin termed by James Quant for a collection of transgressive films by French directors at the turn of the 21st century. Yeah, basically all of the New French Extremism, very sort of gory and extreme stuff. Martyrs is in there. Yeah, Frontiers, Martyrs. What's the other one? That's the two they mentioned on there. High Tension, which is Switchblade Romance. Calvaire. I've seen Calvaire's quite good, actually. They're not all extremely gory, but they're extreme sort of stories. You know what I mean? Outdoor sports. Has anyone seen the new Silent Fingers episode? I haven't. I suppose Liam told me about that. He must not know about that because he was always on about when we used to go on that computer game called Dreams. He often used to say to me, "Look up Silent Fingers." Yeah. Who makes Silent Fingers? Is that what's his name? Colin? No, not Colin Firth. That's a fucking actor, isn't it? Some at Firth. John said, I've got to go. Just wanted to jump in quickly. See you next time. Take care, John. See you later, mate. Thank you for coming on saying hello. David Firth, that's it. Yeah, I knew Colin Firth wasn't right, but I knew it was Firth, some at Firth. Yeah, I don't really know a lot about Silent Fingers. I know of it, but not really much more than that. But Dreams, if you've never heard of Dreams, it's a PlayStation 4 game, maybe a PlayStation 4 exclusive. Probably maybe a PlayStation exclusive, you know what I mean? And you can make your own games on it. And yeah, Liam often used to say to me, Weapons and Stuff 93 often used to say to me, look up Silent Fingers. And there was some stuff on there. Dreams is pretty good. It's hard to do. Rich, if you got any further on Dreams, I need to go back one day and do the full tutorial, learn how to use it properly. Outdoor said he has made much worse than Salad Fingers. Namely Salisbury Toast Boy and Video Dating Tape. Can't believe that they're still on YouTube. Let me look up some David. I'm sure I know some David Firth stuff. Yeah, because David Firth, isn't that? Let me think. What's his fucking name? The character. I'm trying to think of the character. Oh fuck! I can't remember what it's called now. Is it David Firth that does the? Oh fuck! Yeah, it is. Yes, it is. Oh, I can't remember the fucking weird little boy. I can't remember what it's called now. Oh well. Right. Where's his fucking YouTube channel if it's on here? Jerry Jackson. That's it. Jerry Jackson. I've watched all of Jerry Jackson. Jerry Jackson's fucking excellent. Bloody hell, I nearly nodded off for a minute. This stream is so boring. Stroke a crow. Stroke a crow. I've just done it again. It would give Crow a stroke.
Are you not entertained?
That seemed to make the internet go funny then. I wonder why that's doing that lately. Strange. The banner kept doing it yesterday. Oh god, I finished my water now. So what have you got planned for tomorrow? Because I don't think I'll be doing anything. Cooking fucking dinner, which I don't even like. That's what I'll be doing. I got a new saw today. Would you like to see the new saw I got? Right, where am I? Everyone's been quiet. What's the matter with you?
Yeah. Look at that. It just knocked the dirt off.
I have to go back and rewatch that whole video to count the amount of times he does that. I'll show you. I'll show you without you even asking for it. Then. It's only a handsaw. It came in the post about 7 o'clock. Well, I've been dying to get a new fucking handsaw for so long, but finally, just buy one. Just buy it, and then I don't have to keep complaining to myself that my fucking shoulder hurts what I'm trying to cut. What did you think I said? Oh, a saw. Tactical cigar, and then let's see the saw, so I can say I saw it. The only thing I did think, though, that's got some fucking big teeth on it. It's bigger than the other saws I got. Look at that, though. That's even got a ruler on it at the top. Oh, Nick said, yeah, my favourite was when Slingshot was doing it and he was trying to hide it from the camera. Yeah, that made it even funnier, didn't it, in the second video? When he was still doing it. But just turning his... hang on. So it'd be... Bang. Turn around. Look at the camera. Fuck's sake. Yeah. Yeah, that made it even funnier, didn't it? I want a quick look to see whether we was looking, or see not whether we was looking, but said whether the camera could actually see him. Ain't Fragan said, do you think watching the Saw films subliminally made you buy a new saw? You know what? Nice one. It might have. You know what? It might have. Because for years and years and years, I've been sawing away with this shitty saw that makes my shoulder fucking kill. Maybe it did. Maybe it finally spurred me on. I never thought about that, but yeah, maybe it finally did. Zed, is that legal? I don't think you've owned saws in the UK. I'm going to call them out every time they do it now, Zed. I won't go into another rant, but the thing is, when people say that, especially if it's someone American saying it, that's the equivalent of me saying, now this is a completely bullshit statement, same as saying UK people can't have guns, right? That'd be like me saying people in America don't have healthcare. Now that's a completely bullshit statement, but it's exactly the same. That's exactly the same equivalent of what they're saying, really. You know, when they say it, but it's not true. They do have healthcare. It's just they have to fucking sort of pay for it. Well, we can have guns. We have to have a license for it. Nick said, might be the only time he's made me generally belly laugh. Oh, what, Slingshot? Nick said, that's what those films were all along, a massive advert for big. Maybe, and I just didn't. And yes, you know what's happened, Nick? Right. So, all of the Saw films were a massive subliminal advert for B&Q. Once everyone had got enough saws, they changed the name, didn't they? To Jigsaw. They are. Now they're trying to sell jigsaws. Now they've sold enough jigsaws, they've changed it into Spiral. Now, what a spiral is, I don't know. Maybe that's a subliminal thing for a drill. But there you go. I think you're right there, Nick. Outlaw said, Mike, have you heard of Splonkle? No. Normally that genre isn't my cup of tea. But there's so many good at making trippy music of it. No, I've never heard of that. Never ever heard of it. Ain't very good. To be honest, they need ranting at for saying that daft statement, Mike. We all get it. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I think they do. I think they do need being told now because it is literally a bullshit statement when they say it. It's a lie. So they're one of two things. They're either a fucking liar or a fucking idiot. Now they've got to pick one of those things because they're one of them. If you say that statement, you are one of those two things. You're either a fucking idiot or you're a liar. No other, nothing else. There's no other, if that's the statement they make, that's what they are. I'm going to call them out for it now. Nick said, come to think of it, I don't have a jigsaw. No, but you know what I mean, Gundam. You know what I mean by that statement. To say that they don't have it it's a lie. You know what I mean? It's just a sort of. I can't think of another way to really say it, but you know what I mean. That's a spiral. Now I want to buy a spirograph. There you go. Nick says some places in the US literally don't have running water. Zach Dyer, how you doing, mate? You right? Peach, you right, mate? How you doing, Peach? But let's not get bogged down by that statement. I was just giving you an example of a bullshit statement. That's what I mean. Don't get bogged down with me. This is the problem. People take things too literally. I wasn't literally saying that. I was giving you a statement that is a lie, that isn't true. You know what I mean? As an example of, you know what I mean? Outdoor sports, it is a weird thing. I remember 2004 being way too young to see the first Saw film. But I was in a car heading to B&Q with my dad, passing billboards with Saw posters everywhere. That's strange, isn't it? How weird is that? How weird is that? There you go. Tactil's getting advice from Nick how to use a spirograph. I remember those fucking things. Fucking brilliant for about 5 minutes. Yeah, all right. That's it. Send that. Because you see someone using a spirograph and you think, yeah, that looks well cool. That looks great. What comes out of that? You do it about 10 times. Can't be arsed now. From your videos, Outdoor Sports, let me go and have a quick look. Hang on. I'm going to have to go and cheat and have a look. I'm not very good at guessing people's ages, by the way. But, and I'm usually massively wrong, by the way. Let me have a look. I'm on one of your videos now. $25 Outdoor Sports. 25. But hard to say. That wasn't the best closest image. Maybe 25. 25. Dan said, would you rather live in the Lord of the Rings universe or Star Wars universe? Oh, I don't know. Lord of the Rings, I'd have to be a dwarven warrior. If I was in the Star Wars universe, I might have been a Sith turned Jedi. Yeah, I'd be one of those. I was on the dark side, now I went to the light side, but I'm not quite on the light side, really, whatever it is. Really, normally I'm terrible with people's. Normally, I'm absolutely terrible with guessing people's ages. Normally, I'm about 10 years out. But no, I don't know with Lord of the Rings or Star Wars. Maybe Star Wars because it's not technically the future, is it? But it's a different part of the universe, isn't it? Dad said, I got given a spirograph when I was a kid. I once did a design that was so weird and sort of otherworldly, it frightened me, and I put it in the cupboard, never used it again. Fuck's sake. Nick's an unbelievable the shit toys you got to put up with in the 80s. Exactly. Yeah, spot on. There you go. That's what I was giving mine in the 60s. That said, be thankful no one said you'd be Jawa. Yeah, I don't know. Well, I suppose I could probably be Yoda. There you go. I'll be Yoda. That'd do me. I think he lives to about 350, don't he, or something like that. And then if you get fully onto the fucking full Jedi, you sort of live forever, don't you? Anyway, as the Force. Dan said, I think plumbing arrangements would be a lot better in SW. No shitting in outhouses. And what in Star Wars? Yeah, there you go. Yes, there you go. Right, Jamie, how you doing, mate? I think the first toy I ever got was Brother's old Sega Mega Drive. Fucking made up. Nice. That's good. Yeah, I remember getting a Mega Drive at the time. Jabba the pub, exactly, Ted. As far as I know, if my younger brother didn't fucking sell them, we did have in the loft a Mega Drive, a Master System, a SNES, a Super Nintendo. Because I know what happened was we had all of ours, and then his girlfriend was living here for a bit, and she bought all hers round here at one point, her family's ones, and so they could play on them. And then they got put in the loft, and then when he split out of there, he sold them. But I've got a feeling he sold ours as well. That 8th year ago said to Zed, weird you should say that. My dad got one as a kid and played with it once. I had a nightmare about it. That night, never played with it again. That's well weird, though, isn't it? Now you two say that, that's bizarre. Was you two like? Was they like? I don't know, opening up some fucking spirograph fucking portal to fucking other world or something? Maybe you were. Maybe you'd done the exact combination that opened up some fucking portal to the fucking netherworld. And maybe that's what spirographs are. Maybe that's what they are. Outdoor sports that I know I've lost a whole lot of weight and all that. But yeah, I remember being 17 going on 18. Just got on the bus from college that day, and the bus driver didn't believe I was under 20. So, yeah, I'd be honest with you, that was a pure fluke, I reckon, because normally I'm absolutely terrible. Someone says to me, how old do you reckon I am? Been loads of times when I remember I stood outside my house and this girl saying to me, how old do you think I am? And I said, 12. She said, I'm 16. Now, that's quite an insult to a 16-year-old being told they look 12. Oh, for fuck's sake. It was one of my relatives. Nick said, maybe spirographs were sold under the table by Satanists. Maybe. See, there you go. Maybe they have got, like we all know you shouldn't mess with Ouija boards. There you go. What we need to do is make a film about spirographs opening up a portal to hell, and then people will finally take them seriously. And I'm not taking the piss out of Luke or Zed there, because I just found it really amusing, though, that two people have had sort of weird nightmares about them. That may be a real, that may be like not a real thing, like a common thing. Bizarre, isn't it? Absolutely bizarre. So strange. Metallic Reality, hey, Jen, you all right? You all right? Yeah, I'm all right. Gundam said, Mike, any new info on airbow legality? Nothing, mate. Nothing at all. Outdoor sports. So I sat down and asked the guy beside me, or I started talking to, what age he thought I was. And he reckoned at the time I was 28. Bear in mind, I was really overweight. I don't know, Jamie. I might do a late one. I might do. I haven't decided yet. 83 Air Gunner said, next it'll be an etch a sketch. Yes, etch a sketch. Well, I think, honestly, the fact that now that two people have said they've had nightmares over spirographs, that's a thing now for me. It's a cursed toy. That just people don't talk about what it does. Yeah, there you go, Nick. He said, spirograph madness. How's spirograph madness affected your family? If it's happened to two people, it must have happened to loads more. It's a thing, Nick. It's got to be. I'm going to have to research this now. And it's going to turn out that there have been kids doing spirographs, disappeared, never to be seen ever again. And there's like a burn mark in the middle of the spirograph pattern. Yeah, so if it's happened to two people, it's got to have happened to multiple people. And I'm still not taking a piss. This is totally serious. Actually, Ouija boards were originally kids' toys till the church put their own. Exactly. It was made by fucking Hasbro or some shit like that. One of the famous, maybe not Hasbro, one of the famous toy makers, isn't it? Made them. Nick said, "I'll tell you a cursed fucking toy, Furbies." Exactly. There's probably one of them here somewhere. Jamie said, Mark, I found out today that dwarfism is a growing problem in this country. I suppose it'd be the other way around, wouldn't it? Right, where am I? Yes, cursed toys. We're going to have to look that up. Spirographs. If two people have nightmares about them, there's something going on there. I reckon that is. I reckon that's opening. It's that movement. Thank you, man. That was just a thing to say, you bastard. It's a cursed thing, I'm telling you. That movement, it must, open up some portal. Gundam said, okay, CMA, if I was like in the UK, I'd not risk buying one. Oh, the thingy. Yeah, if it lived in the UK. Longbowman, how you doing? That's Cody, isn't it? You all right, mate? Yeah, I'm all right. I'm not bad. I think I had a spirograph. I don't know. I definitely did. But, yeah, well, if I had it, it must have been bought for me on Mount. So, yeah. It's just, I was going to say, I don't know if it was mine, but I've definitely used a spirograph before. Yes, Portal into the Spiroverse. That sounds like a film, doesn't it? James, are you still selling your Chinese rifle? Some people actually still message me that because it says it on the video, don't it? I think I never took the caption off. No. Nah, I don't know I'd ever sell that now. Does it? Is that why you said that, James? Does it still say it on the video that I'm selling it? Nick said if you use the right felt tip, it teleports you into an arena with Cyber Demon. No kid ever come back. I think that's what's happening. It's got to be something like that, surely. And as I say, I'm deadly serious about this. I think these missing children that go missing, if you trace it back, see, no one would associate a spirograph and a missing child, would they? I bet you if you trace back all the missing kids who never turned up, the day they went missing, spirograph with a little burn in the middle of it. It sucked them into hell. I think we're going to have to investigate this. Who wants to be on my investigation team? Tell me what your positions are going to be. I don't mean bent over or anything like that or on your knees. I mean positions in the company. Longbowman's a Chinese rifle as an arrow. He means this one here. That is a Chinese type 86S bullpup rifle, but it's deactivated. But it's basically a if you look up pictures of them, that's essentially a modded bullpup AKM, you know. Nick said, imagine if we looked it up and there was actually a spike in missing kids on the day they came out. That would be proper weird, wouldn't it? I'm telling you, Nick, it's a real thing. It's real. It's real. And if it ain't real, it's real in some other universe, I'm telling you. That's if there's something strange in your neighborhood, who are you going to call? Spiro Busters. Who's willing, though? Who's going to be willing to tie a rope on them, do a spirograph, get sucked in? You know, who's willing to do that? I don't know if I am. Zed said, you can do some hideous designs with a spirograph, believe me. And you do get holes in the middle of them. Fuck, I'm not going to get any sleep tonight, am I? I'd say so. Fucking hell. If I'd have known that it was affecting you that much, I probably would have shut up. But yes, I believe it's real. I believe it's real. Here goes there. There's a new story for you. I would love you to write a spirograph, spirographed horror story for next Halloween. I'm getting tied up. I'm in. Outdoor sports. Has anyone seen the documentary "The Boy Lived Before"? It's about reincarnation beliefs. I haven't. No, I've never even heard of that. So no one said what their positions are going to be, apart from Tactical wants to be tied up. He's up for being tied up. Metallic Reality said, I'm very much a believer of reincarnation. Jamie said, tied up and sucked. Giggity, giggity. There you go. All of the best positions are coming out now. Send me a link. Outdoor sports, and I'll watch that. Or just message me saying, don't forget to watch that thing, Mike. But you'd have to say what? The Boy Lived Before. Longbowman said, right, man, was going to say I have a break barrel Chinese air rifle, 177, bloody good shooter. One of the better air guns I own. The older ones sell for 125. Yeah, do you know what make it is? It's not an SMK, is it? I think that used to be Chinese, didn't it? But yeah, I've got I think in there I've got an SMK in there. Yeah, good stuff, really. You know, actually, I've got an SMK pistol just there. Zed said, "I'll see what I can do, Mike, but I'll probably have to come. You'll probably have to come pick me up from the loony bin. I'll be staying in. Yeah, don't do it then, Zed. Fuck's sake, don't do it." Metallic said same, but through DNA. I think it's much harder to work in today's world of huge population numbers. That's an idea for Halloween video. Get a spirograph and summon zombies. If I've still got the spirograph stuff on my head next Halloween, I wouldn't mind doing a spirograph. Accidentally raising a demon, but I don't know though, because I don't want to risk it actually happening. You know what I mean? It's bad enough having to kill that bloke who came in last time and bury him somewhere. That didn't really happen, by the way. Nick said it might be a Westlake if it's old enough. Right, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm just going to go downstairs quickly because I just need to check something with my mum. So I'll just put a little video on for a minute. What would you rather have? It's got to be something that runs for a couple of minutes. So it'll either be cooking, stand-up, or advert. Write those words. Gunnar said, Mike, would you make an automatic pistol crossbow with a power drill like George did? Maybe. The problem is with a lot of George Sprout's things, they're not quite as good as he makes them out to be, if that makes sense. So, them things are probably only about 20 pound draw weight and that, and they're more like toys, really. They look interesting, but you know what I mean? Anything but the stand up. I just need to check because I had to because I knew I was gonna be live streaming. I had to put some stuff out for her to make her own evening meal. Yeah, so I want to just check whether she's had it or not. Professional Spiroverse investigator. How you doing? You're gonna have to wait for me to come back. Please don't go nowhere because I want to talk to you about so I suppose you know what's happening with the spirographs and all the children going missing, aren't you? All right. So do not go anywhere. I'm coming back in a minute. So what have we got? Cooking. Right, cooking. Let's do cooking. Right, I should be back by the time this ends. But professional Spiroverse investigator, do not leave. I will be back.
Hello, this is Slingshot Warrior. I've decided to do a little bit of cooking. Gotta do some washing before we do some cooking. I'm going to make a corned beef stir fry dish that's going to be delish. Can of corned beef. Going to be a cooking, good cooking. I'm cooking corned beef stir fry. Voila, corned beef. You're just cutting up. There you go. A little bit of canola oil in the pan. What you do is you just glaze it down, let it flow down back and forth around the pan. So you don't have to do too much. And now the whole bottom of the pan has the cooking oil on it. You want to take your knife and you want to put this in there slowly, slowly. Now you want to add your vegetables. Green beans here, frozen green beans. Now we got to get our flavoring because it's going to be a stir fry. Here we go. Teriyaki. We're going to put some teriyaki on this. This will make it taste really good. That's what good cooking is. It'll take a little bit for it to fry up a little bit. You want it to, you want the flavor to be locked in, you know? If you want it to taste really good, it's got to fry really well, and it's got to steam up in there. It just locks in the flavor. That's why I put that glass seal on it. It's a very wonderful dish. Gordon Ramsay. Yeah, I got the secret ingredient for Gordon Ramsay. Now we're getting there. It's simmering quite nicely. You want to let it boil in. You want to let the steam come in there, yeah? Well, it is ready. It's succulent. It's ready. Woo! See how good it tastes? That is divine. Oh, that is good, good, good. Isn't that a mouth-watering dish? That's beautiful. Corned beef stir fry, and I just showed how to make it. Isn't that beautiful? Well, keep on cooking, people.
It always reminds me of John Wayne at the end of that. Keep on cooking, people. Nick, I'll be honest with that. You know, and he says glass seal. In all honesty, in the full video, he does say glass seal. I mean lid, but I cut it out. So there you go. I loved that. I loved that he said glass seal. So I kept that in and cut out where he cracked himself to the lid. Oh, my back's getting fucking funny now. Yeah, keep cooking, Pilgrim. He sounds like John Wayne, don't he, at the end? So, professional Spirograph said, I can't talk about the missing small one, Supreme Leader. Swirly Twirly will send the heavies after me with the ninja throwing spires. Oh, fucking hell. That didn't even cross my mind that they might have Spirograph weapons. That's changed things slightly now. That has changed things slightly. Yes, Spirograph weapons. That didn't even cross my mind. Too busy thinking about demons, let alone things that might come in here. You know, come to our world. Irishman said he was extra hyper doing that. It was the night he was swatted. Said the bollock fiddle and the arse scratch stuff, right? And a little bit of extra flavour. Oh, my back's going fucking funny. Arse scratching. There's a couple of bits I cut out. So there was the bit with he said your back hurts, does it? It comes a bitch, ain't it? Oh god. There was another bit after he does the old arse scratch like that. He goes like that. He does the old arse scratch like that, and then he goes like this. And he pushes his glasses up. It looks like he's sniffing his finger. But I actually cut that bit out. That's a bit much. You right, Samurai Bird? How you doing, mate? What have you missed? I don't know. We've been joking about. Have you ever heard of a spirograph? We've been doing some research on spirographs, and I've come to the conclusion that because spirographs are giving people nightmares, I suspect they're sucking children into other realities. There you go. That's what you've been missing. You're probably thinking, what the fuck are you talking about? Oh god. You're gonna have to rewatch it to find out now. Oh, my back keeps fucking hurting. Outdoor said, Mike, it's all right if not, but did you get the email I sent you about the sound experience? I did get it. I haven't had a chance to properly look yet, but I will do that. Oh god, I have to stretch my fucking back now. Oh, fucking face going all red. Yeah, Spyro warning shot, exactly. I don't know. Spirograph, I thought it was. It don't matter which one it is. Oh god, you have to listen to me keep going at this for a while now. Yeah, where do we even start? But I am convinced, Samurai, that spirographs. What's happening is, and I've told these lot I'm deadly serious, right? Deadly serious. You know, not even gonna wink at you. I look like I'm having a fit. So you do the spirograph thing. What's happening is children are doing spirographs. Yeah, it's like like a Ouija board. Exactly that. They are. That's what I mentioned. That yes. So you know how a Ouija board was once essentially a toy. Well, now we're convinced that spirographs. You do a spirograph. If you do the wrong pattern, it opens up a portal to another world, sucks you in, and I reckon if you go back and look at all of the records for all of the children that ever went missing and never came back, they've definitely 100% been playing with spirographs. 100%, telling you. But no one's ever noticed, because why would you ever associate spirographs with missing children, you see? I'm telling you. Terry Boy said, I had a spirograph, but I had no idea it was evil. You must have happened to been either going the wrong way on it or not doing the correct pattern. Lucky for you. Luckily for you. Luckily for me, I used it once. You know. I said it will make a change from a knife anyway, or a knife in the back. Oh, and look, if you look actually, Sam, if you look in the comments, professional Spiroverse investigator is on, because I'm going to now create an investigation group. You could be in it if you want, Samurai. You have to tell me what position you'd like to be in the group, though. I'll have to be the leader, because I made it up. Right, where are we? Professional spirographs. Oh, the demons are real. They torture people in various ways using satanic spiros. One being starting a large swirl and trapping your foreskin in it as it goes round, till it eventually comes off. I can actually fucking picture that. That's the problem. Fucking hell. That's the thing. If you, oh God, that's the thing with having a vivid imagination. As I was reading that out, I could literally picture that happening. It's not pleasant, but it's funny. Oh, for fuck's sake. Outdoor Spot said the evil spirographer filmed by WeaponCollector Mike. Exactly. Oh, for God's sake. Fucking hell. Samurai said, what the hell have you guys been smoking? Oh, God. I don't know. Maybe something's in the air. I don't know. I'll tell you what happened was, basically, two different people in the chat said that they use spirographs, or they know someone who used spirographs, and they both had terrible experiences from it. And I've put 2 and 2 together, come up with 15. And I'm now absolutely 100% convinced that spirographs are evil, and they're taking people. And Zed and Luke's dad are just lucky they're still here, because they was nearly sucked into a netherworld portal, or as no offense to anyone when I say this, because I never said it, by the way, but as professional spirograph investigator says, probably nearly had their foreskins ripped off as well. So, lucky escape there. This would be quite a good thing to clip together, I think. Not that I'm trying to get someone to do that. Oh, fuck's sake. So much great topic. I'm intrigued. Stokes said, put a TV on no signal, so it's just staying static. Put a mirror in front of the TV, then point the camera in the direction of the mirror and the video. Trust me, you will see this. What, like the portal to the netherworld sort of thing, the underworld. Zed said, I can imagine Mike being sucked into an evil spirograph universe. His last words as if being pulled into a doom would be, for fuck's sake. It would be, Zed, wouldn't it? Who bought spirographs up? I don't know. I bet Tat was sat there thinking, I wish he opened that fucking can of beer now. Oh, God. This is some real Doctor Who type shit. I'm telling you, it's real. I'm telling you. So, Samurai Bird, what position do you want to be in the gang? Come on, I want you to all tell me what you're going to do in this investigation group. Hey, Fragan said the foreskin part was the icing on the cake. Oh, for Christ's sake. Stokey said, you will see things out of this world. Sorry, wouldn't let me finish what I was saying. Stokey, if you remind me to do that, I'd like to do that. So put a TV with no signal on, so it's showing the static. Put a mirror in front of it. And point the camera in the direction of the mirror. Oh, and it does, I suppose, yeah, all right, that'd be interesting. A bit like if you look down 2 mirrors, you can see like a long way. Jordan, hey Dan. Jokes aside, did a shadow pass across an open door earlier? I don't know. What? There's no open door in here. Oh, you had a shadow. All right, yeah, sorry, Tat. I thought you said something else then. Professional Spiroverse investigator. We need someone in the Spiroverse team to test the different torture methods. Tactical? They count me in, Mike, and I want to be the supreme commander. Sadly, you can't. If people vote you in, you might be able to be one under me, or No, not below me either. Let's think a different, a lesser rank, let's say. This is already getting too dirty with, you know, positions and stuff like that. People pick their own positions. Nick said, I'll be the locations expert. I'm the best at geoguesser. There you go. There you go. Kenny said, don't do that. TV and mirrors. Hundreds of Spyro foreskins fly out. Oh, God. Thing is, I can now imagine loads of foreskins coming out of TV, but they've all got a jaggedy edge cut on them where they got trapped in the spirograph and cut off. So now there's a load of people going around with I'm gonna have to draw a picture of this. Some of you may not be able to understand where I'm going with this. So now there's going to be a load of people. This will be quite a crude picture. I can't believe I'm actually drawing pictures like this and showing them on live streams. Fuck's sake. I'm going to want to delete this afterwards. I can now picture loads of people. This is how you know. How can you identify a spirograph victim? Have you, any ladies out there, ever experienced a spirograph victim? And did they even tell you what had happened? I bet they didn't. Because I bet they didn't even know what happened. I think it wipes your mind. So you just come out with this, raggedy, perfectly serrated foreskin, but you don't know why. Fucking hell. Oh God. Oh my God. You have seen that scar tissue. Fucking hell. Oh God. Nick said they've got a cock like a crinkle cut chip. Exactly, that's it. So, have you ever seen a crinkle cut cock? If you have, there's now a that's a spirograph victim, and they never told you the truth. As I say, they may not even know how it happened. Oh gosh, not metallic rally. Samurai Bird saying, "What have you not been smoking?" Fuck, I feel like I have been fucking smoking something now. Oh God, John said, "People I know have letters off customs at I've been let off. Hang on, I've been let off customs at airports, telling them to collect." Oh God, Nick said, "No one's ever said that before." They haven't. I don't think they have. I don't think those words have ever been said. Don't know. Oh God. Call the CCC for all your crinkle cut calls. Oh fucking hell! There's something about the word crinkle cut cock. It just sort of sounds perfectly. I don't know. Sounds like a real fucking thing. Oh God! It sounds like a real thing. It sounds like a real illness. Crinkle cut cock. Oh God. James said Jimmy Savile would love this stream tonight, talking about children's foreskin. Well, he's actually, yes. Now you say that, I forgot the connotations of that. No, because I'm on about adults who have done spirographs. Oh God. Metallic reality. They told me that they had to have a circumcision as an older teen because of infection. Now I know the truth. There you go. Now you do, Metallic. Now you do. Yeah, blaming it on an infection. No, it was a spirograph attack. Oh God. Tactical said, does the evil twirly whirly wear them around his neck as a trophy? Maybe. Oh God. I reckon. I suppose it reminds me of a joke. How do you circumcise a whale? Send down 4 skin divers. Oh God. What, crinkle cut cock? Yeah. Well, then that's kind of a rooster. Fuck's sake. Professional Spiroverse investigator said they have another one where you have to sit on a spirograph frame with your nuts hanging through. This is the torture method. Yeah, this is once you've been taken down to the netherworld, to the Spiroverse. So you have to sit with the spirograph frame with your nuts hanging through it on a hollow chair, mounted on the spiral on a hand drill, and it will go until your sack falls off. Oh, Christ's sake! I genuinely wish I never went down this path now. Look at your Twitter. I don't know if I want to, Pete. I don't want to see no crinkle cut cock, by the way. That's yes. There you go. That's for the base. He's basically just showing me a picture of a crinkle cutter pizza cutter. For fuck's sake. Oh, God. I was going to Metallic. If someone said the word infection or we're talking about their flute, that's a sign to leave it alone. Metallic said, I feel like the evil twirly whirly is female. Yes, maybe. It sounds like it, don't it? It sounds like it. Professional Spiroverse investigator said the Spiro realm is one best to be avoided. It's worse than Hull. You know what? It sounds worse than fucking. Well, it sounds similar to Hellraiser. You know, Hellraiser and all that. Except it's all spirograph and testicle based. That does not sound pleasant. Is there any way to avoid these torture methods and and other things? Good word then. That's what we need to know. We need to know how to counteract these things. I may have just found right. So, in all of these type things, you can cause a gate to open. Surely there must be a way. If you did it backwards, maybe you could open the gate and get these victims sent back up through get them sent back through. Yeah, Hellraiser with plastic tools. Tools. Yes, exactly. That's if Stephen King ever watches this stream, we know where his next monster will be, don't we? That's I was a Play-Doh shaper, was it? Looked like a plastic fucking pizza cutter. Stokey said all was on when you was on live. Don't comment as much. Anyway, I'm off to bed now. I had too much to drink, so hopefully I can sleep it off. Yes, do not use the spirograph. And what could we do if we start having nightmares about spirographs? I don't know. But as I say, I'm crying much. Don't have nightmares. Do sleep well. Skin shaver to the tune of Hellraiser. Fucking hell. I reckon it's when you make the hole that you get sucked through. I think that's what it is. Oh, I get you. Yeah. So you're doing it too much. You create the hole. That hole opens up to the Spiroverse Neverworld. Sucks you in, and then never to be seen again. And while you're down there, people have managed to look through the hole and they've seen, these torture methods going on. That looked wrong as well. Just makes me think of something I've seen. That's what I was honestly typing that phrase. Zed said, if you start having nightmares at spirographs, it serves you all right. Oh, Christ. Right, I've already said I'm probably going to do a late night stream. So if people are up for a late one, I'll be doing a late one tonight, by the way. I've already said to my mum I am. She don't care as long as she gets her Sunday dinner tomorrow. Professional spirograph investigator said, yes, there's only one thing that can protect you, Mike, and you alone, Mike, from the shadowy Spyro junk bashing realm. Make flash out of mud again. It's the only way. That sounds like blackmail to me. I'm going to be sending you a load of spirographs now. Nick said, loved it when they used to say, don't have nightmares, after they spent an hour talking about people being robbed and murdered in their sleep. Exactly. It always used to crack me up, Nick. Yeah. It just always used to crack me up. They even said it. Yeah, bizarre. So Mike's impression of a gynecologist. Never seen that one before. Yeah. For fuck's sake. Edgy band, spirographic incantations. There you go. Someone, please, has to make this into a film one day. If they don't, I'll do it. I'll do it as a. Right, there's my fucking right. Because no one is going to make a film out of it, but right, here we go. I am going to have part of my next interactive film. I'm going to have a spirograph scene in it, definitely. So someone's getting sucked into the Spiroverse. So sometime you're definitely going to see this. I don't know how the fuck I'm going to do it, but I'll do it. Also means I'm going to have to buy a fucking spirograph now. There you go. You probably won't be able to read this. Let's read it down. It's copyrighted now. That says spirograph, getting sucked into spirograph hell. There you go. This is all my ideas for my when I do my interactive mystery film. Well, I've done my interactive film. I'm going to do a new one soon. I've got all ideas in here for all the scenes I'm going to do. There you go. Spirograph hell. It's definitely. I may include that, but no more than that. That'll be just pitched when they're discussing what happens to people. So I reckon what I'll do, I won't spoil it too much for you, but I reckon what will happen is in one of the little scenes, someone will get sucked into the spirograph, and then there'll be an investigator who shows someone that and says, I've heard that happens to you when you get sucked in there. There you go, let's put that in there as well. Never thought we'd be coming up with all these genius film ideas on a live stream. Just wrap my Vimto out. James said, how did you get on with the source? Yeah, I've seen them all before. I quite enjoyed them again, though. I did quite enjoy watching them again. The one thing I do like about the Saw films is they are actually all connected, really, aren't they? Yeah. Professional spirograph investigator said I could do a Saw-style franchise using nothing but spirographs. There you go, I think so. Irishman said, what's the difference between a genealogist and a gynecologist? One looks up your family tree, the other looks up your bush. Outdoors What said, Mike, with your decades of horror film experience, you'd make a decent budget movie. Out of you lot, who hasn't seen my interactive film then? Well, I've actually got an interactive film on YouTube I made. Overall, all of the footage is about 45 minutes long, I think, or 50 minutes long. If you watch it, you have to watch all of it. You have to watch all of it. Because what happens is, so you watch the first video, it's about 4 minutes long. At the end of that, you can pick 3 different things. You can either answer the door, answer the phone, or ignore it, right? And for each thing you do, it branches off to a different story. But for some of them to make sense, you have to watch all of them. So each time, so you may answer the phone and it might instantly lead to my death. You know what I mean? So then you go back and then you answer the door that time. But I recommend, because if you don't watch them all, it'll be a bit if you go down like the really short story, it's like, oh, that wasn't very good. It was only 4 minutes long. So you have to watch all of it, gradually go down all the timelines. And I've got bits of quite graphic, graphic, jokey violence. Right, Metallic, let me just find a link for you. I just did it on you. Oh, it's through the the annotations at the end. Right, hang on. I can't remember what it's fucking called now. Oh, the Infinite Depths of WeaponCollector, wasn't it? Yeah. Right, the Infinite Depths of WeaponCollector, an interactive YouTube video. Right, this is the first one, but you have to watch all of it. So you have to try and go down all of the timelines, go down every single timeline, because some of it involves time travel. So there'll be bits that happen in certain timelines where I travel in time and affect a different timeline. So in one timeline, you'll think, well, how did that happen? That doesn't make sense. So if you go down another timeline, it will then make sense how I got there. You know what I mean? But also, I'm the only actor in it, and I can't act to save my life. But it was good fun. I really enjoyed it, actually. Right, and the title of it, if you just want to look up the title, is this. Watch it tonight, but try and watch all of the timelines, because some of the timelines are genuinely excellent. Involve, good bit of sort of spurting blood and a bit of gore, and yeah, that's good fun. Outdoor Sports said, I did see it, Mike. Gave me a mad 90s vibe. Yeah, because it's inspired by things like The Evil Dead, Brain Dead, stuff like that. Yeah, and some timelines, literally, you go down and it'll just end because you've picked the wrong timeline and you've killed me off, basically. But other timelines will go a little bit longer. Crinkle cut. What's the picture? That's actually the picture as well. For fuck's sake. That picture, if you wonder where the actual inspiration for the cock came from, it actually came from Monty, my dog. Because he's a little puppy, he often gets excited. But he doesn't have a crinkle cut foreskin, though. But the shape of it. I'm saying way too much now. Someone told me to be quiet. But yes. So what happens is when you watch the video, it will work on anything. Because what happens is at the end of the video, there'll be two things you can pick. If they don't work, in the description is the link to where to go. Crinkle Cut said, piss. Mike traced his own on stream. I flopped it out while you weren't looking. Monty's lip, yes. It gets excited, Irishman, and his lipstick sticks out sometimes, yes. He gets a bit excited, how Monty does. Right, reopen, close tab. So yeah, at the end of each video, so at the very end of the video, there are annotations that come up. So at the end of the first video, so you watch the first video is about 3 minutes long, and it's really just explaining what's going to happen. At the end of the video, it comes up 3 annotation bits saying answer the phone, ignore both, or answer the door. But if those annotations don't work, in the description are the links as well to the next part of the video. Yeah, it's quite a lot of people watched it, actually. It's got about 1,400 views in the end. So somehow I knew that was coming. Jamie said the Grand Old Duke of York, he had 10,000 men. He also had some underage girls, but he can't remember them. Yeah, exactly. Crinkle Cut. CCP, Crinkle Cut Party. Nick said, be brilliant if the police come round yours. What's this drawing, sir? It's my dog's cockles. Yeah, actually, yeah, because the problem is It's actually in there now as well. Look. Let me make sure it doesn't fall out. Why has he got that? I'm gonna have to write on it crinkle cut cock now, just so just so there's some context there. Crinkle cut cock from Spirograph Neverworld. Right, that probably looks even weirder now, but oh well. Fucking hell. I really am a freak show. But then I don't deny I'm not, so. Who needs drugs, though? Who needs drugs? Fair am I? Ralph got into a crinkle cut foreskin. There's a phrase I've never heard. Yeah, see you later, Peach. Sam Roberto, I'm going to go look for my kid's spirograph. You'll be on later. Yeah, I will be, definitely. I'll definitely be on later. He said, I think if I use the spirograph and put Slayer on backwards, I might be an idea of what we're up against. Just be careful, though. Samurai, definitely tie a chain around your waist or something, or at least get a broom and stick it through. Yeah, I've just found. Do you want to know how to do a spirograph and not die? Stick a broom through your belt loop, and if they try and suck you down the hole, the broom will stop you going in. There you go. I just found a foolproof. Yeah, I can't think of the word, but yes, foolproof thing to stop you getting sucked into the Spiroverse Neverworld. That's what have I just come back onto. Nick said, I don't think that'll help your case. Getting section. That's right. This stream is starting to seem like a fever dream. You know what? I would actually like to keep it like this every time. I love it. Where am I? Crinkle cut. Context is key. Wouldn't want to forget what happened to the foreskin on that dick pic. Yeah, I've now officially got a dick pic in. That's the first ever dick pic I ever had. Yeah. I now have it. I'm not going to say that again, actually, no. Fuck's sake. Black said, where's that YouTube visual bot when you need him? The talent reality, I have a feeling this is going to be one of those nights my neighbours will have to put up with my random outbursts of laughing. Oh, God. Zed said, it's what happens to fellas who get dragged by their cock into the spirograph dimension officer. Yeah, exactly. That's going to take some explaining, isn't it? Crinkle cut said, I thought Mike was going to say, want to save yourself from Spyro Demons. That actually, as I was saying it, I thought someone's going to think I'm saying that. Someone's definitely going to think I'm saying that. Some of it, I'll use my katana. Good idea. You know. Oh, God. Ocean said, I have an idea for a movie. Every time you play a stylophone, an Australian man appears singing Timey Kangaroo Down Sport. Shows you didgeridoo. But I will be on later. Can't remember better. Thanks, Mark. I'll catch you later. See if you can get back on. You know, I'm quite worried now. If you're going to do a spirograph, well, let's all wish Samurai Bird good luck. Good luck, mate. Please come back. But if you do experience anything, let us know. Nick says, first ever dick pic, he says. He's already shown it on the stream about 6 times. Oh, Christ. Telling Nick, yeah, he best delete this one. Fuck's sake. Nick has got to stay on. I want to watch this one back myself one day. I do that sometimes, though. Sometimes I actually watch my live streams back, like I've not been there. I don't mean the drunk ones either. It's weird. I sometimes catch myself, and I've been watching it for like half an hour. I think, what the fuck are you watching your own live stream back? You was there. I do that though. I don't know if anyone else does it. I don't do it that often. Every now and then I'll catch myself watching my own live stream back like I wasn't there. There you go. I might order a spirograph tonight. Let's have a look how much they are on eBay. I don't even want to put the word in just in case something bad comes up. Oh, they look evil as well. I think they actually look evil. It looks like something of an era that shouldn't have existed, I'm telling you. Spirograph art. Is there a tab that's art, string, spiral, and then horror? Oh, God. Especially if you put a spirograph on black background. So I realise the facts, guys. I'll be okay. Slayer rules. The lady's getting involved in the spirograph mystery now. Crinkle cut quims. That's so. Oh God. Black said, what's that Wolf Creek reference? Just peeked in. Not deliberately. Tactical said I always skip to the end of the drunk ones and see how pissed I can't even do that on the drunk ones. Very, very rarely will I ever even take a single second look at a drunk one. Archman said, it's great to see other people using the word quim. Yeah, it's not used half as much as it should be, is it? For fuck's sake. Right, I am going to open a can. I will do a late night one, but yeah, I don't know anyway. This has probably been the most enjoyable stream I've done for a long time because I love just doing stupid things like this. It's so much fun having just making stupid shit up. It's just funny as fuck. I love it. Black said, I meant the kangaroo down spot. Oh, yeah, that probably was. I don't know. Dad said, metallic reality, you could wear it as a hat after the spirograph being at it. At least it would have a nice frilly edge, wouldn't it? Dad said, Mike's having a sexy dream till the woman turns around and there's spirographs and nipple tassels. Talking about dreams, guess what I had a dream about last night? And it wasn't it wasn't fucking spirographs, I'll tell you that. Cheers. I'll give you a clue. The weird fucking dreams I have weird anxiety dreams where I can't get booze. So in this dream, I was searching around for booze. Couldn't get none. And I went into this shop that didn't sell booze. And I kept saying, has anyone got any booze? And they pointed to this Asian bloke in the corner and said, yeah, he does. Went over to him and I said, do you sell booze? And he said, yeah, I do. But I suddenly had this really bad feeling that it was going to be something really shit. So this dread come over me. So yeah, he does sell booze, but I bet it's something that's like 2% or something that won't be worth buying. And then he said Strongbow. And I was like, yes, I could get pissed on that. Even if it's the 5% one or 7% one, that's enough. He took me over to this cupboard. Yeah, this is what I was dreaming about last night. Tactical. Took me over to this cupboard, opened it up, and there was a bottle of vodka. So I said, all right, I'll have some of those. I'll have some of the Strongbow, and I'll have a bottle of vodka. Yeah. And then I woke up. I never get to drink it in my dreams. Yeah. Who has anxiety dreams about booze? Because I fucking do. It's always that, though. I'm in some pub and I'm in a pub and no one will serve me the booze or something like that. Or, yeah. Just what the spirographs look like they're from another dimension. They do. They're otherworldly, aren't they? They're dangerous, man. They're dangerous. But I'm 100% definitely going to put a spirograph scene in my next interactive film. Oh, and also, some of you lot who don't know, when I do my next when I do my next interactive film, some of you lot can be in it if you want. All you've got to do is film yourself in a room. One of the bits I've told some people this: you don't have to be an actor or nothing, and you can make it up as you go along, or because I won't tell you what to say. One of the scenes is going to be me going around a mental hospital, talking to mental hospital patients, and if any of you lot want to join in, all you've got to do is film yourself sat on a bed or a chair in a room. And just make up some bollocks while you're in the mental hospital. But I'm going to do one little bit. I've got a really good joke. I think it should be fucking hilarious. That I'm going to get two of the people to do for me. It'll be fucking. Hopefully, it'll be very, very funny. Black said you kind of remind me of Nick Frost. I think people have said that before. I'm sure someone said that before. It's probably similar sort of look, beard, and that, and sort of same weight, sort of thing. But I like Nick Frost, so I'll take that as a compliment. Tactical said, don't drag me into this. You dug your own hole, yeah. Metallic said, I have dreams about needing a pee, and then there's no clean toilets. Weirdly, I never seem to have a shiwi on me. Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? Dreams are bizarre like that. The weird sort of anxiety dreams are bizarre, aren't they? Spyro Foreskin collecting demons said, yo, Mike, did you summon me? I'm in for the CCC leftovers. You can't get none off me, mate. You're not getting none off of me. You can't get none off of me. Where's my broom? Where's my broom? This is, like on, like vampires, you can hold up a cross. You know how to beat a fucking Spirograph demon? All you need is a pole, because the fucker can't suck you down the hole then. So there. They are. Back up, motherfucker. you ain't cutting my fucking cock to crinkle cut shape. Fuck, I couldn't even talk then. Oh, God. Dan said, mine could be me watching weapons and stuff and having a serious gas mask and surplus buying condition. That's it. I'm not bothered what people do. Where's my broom? Take lube out the drawer. Oh, God. Oh, fucking hell. I forgot what I was going to say now. But honestly, if anyone wants to be in the video, they can. I've just had another idea. What you could do as well, if people don't want to be actually filmed, I've got to write this down so I don't forget it. I've just had an idea. What we could also do is I could make up some fake Polaroid pictures with the info at the bottom. So if you lot just had a picture of yourself, send it to me. And then I'll put that picture on a fake, either on a folder maybe. So people who didn't want to actually act, but you just wanted a cameo, a funny cameo, send me a picture of yourself, and then I'll put a picture of you on a folder, and I'll just write underneath why you're in there. But if I have to pick it, it's going to be something properly fucked up. So, all right. Let me write this down because I'll forget. I have to write all the good ideas down when I've got them. There you go. Be aware, though, this may be the kind of thing that gets put on your folder. Oh, fuck's sake. There you go. I hope some of you not join in on that, though. I reckon Jim will. Jim and will. James, be careful going into mental hospital, Mike. They may not let you out. Exactly. Outdoor Sports said the Spirograph, a film about a realm of vicious entities who cut off foreskins using the crinkle cut currency to build their Tower of Doom. That's exactly it. Spiroverse Foreskin Collecting Demon said, "You ever seen the film Teeth? Imagine that with Spirograph." He said, "I haven't seen that, but I know of it. I know about it." If my sister and her husband sat in the next room can hear me, they're probably think I'm fucking nuts. Well, they know I'm nuts anyway. Metallic said, "My name would suggest I had upgraded my devices to metal instead of plastic." I'm not sure, Dad. He said, "You're going to call it the Crinkle Cut Cock Collector." I don't know. I'll have to think. That scene, maybe what it'll be is because I think I may be playing a detective in this one, this mystery one. I'm going to be a detective. I think I'm going to be at one point. Maybe I'll go to a mental hospital, and some of the patients there are previous crinkle cut, not crinkle cut cock collectors, but crinkle cut cock survivors. Maybe. No, because there ain't none. I don't know. Maybe they witnessed someone getting sucked into the Spiroverse, turn them mad. Yeah, and then I'm gonna, but yeah, and maybe that one, I'll find a folder that is all about the Crinkle Cut Cock Collector. Fucking hell. Spiroverse said, "You forgot the bit after that, Mike, on that mental patient form, which would have been perfect, reasonably excuse, with a broom to protect them." On the Spiroverse demons. You're the one who, did anyone else read what that said, though? Bummed a dog. Oh, God. I'm gonna have to remember all this now. Metallic Reality said, like what's his face in 8mm, immerse yourself in the mucky world and Spyro Netherworld. Exactly. That's it. That's exactly what it's gonna be like. But yeah, just be prepared when you watch my interactive film. I'm the only actor in it, and I cannot act to save my life, but I tried, and I think it should be entertaining anyway. If you watch my videos, you'll find it funny because it's just it's something different. But yeah, just try and watch all the timelines. You have to try and watch all of them. So maybe pay attention. If one's got 3, you've got to go down each of those 3 timelines, and then each of those spout off into 2. You know what I mean? So there's quite a few timelines you need to go down, and some, because it's most of them end in me dying. Put it that way. That's why it's called what it is. But yeah, it was fun to do. I enjoyed it. I'd always wanted to do something like that. It's just my problem is I got no actors. I can't act. But I did green screen in that, and I had to do all of the characters as well. So they're all me anyway. You know what I mean? So if you see me in it, it is me. You know what I mean? So even if it's me talking to me, they're still both me. If that makes sense. I'm not playing a different character. It's me talking to me. That's where the time travel comes in. Mother, you right, mate? You've missed the right treat tonight. Look at that name, Spiroverse Foreskin Collecting Demon. There you go. That just gives you a hint of what's been spoken about tonight. I'm just scared for Samurai Bird. I just hope his samurai sword, his katana, works as good as a broom. And he definitely sticks it in his back belt loop, because if you don't, you're fucked, mate. You're getting sucked down. Outdoor Sports said the lead entity in the film would be a massive crinkle cut, massive fangs and claws. That's quite good, actually. I'm gonna have to sleep with that walking stick tonight. I'm gonna be scared. Tactical said, after tonight, I will never look at Spyro the Dragon without thinking of eating CCCs. Zed said, well, this has been the weirdest stream I ever watched, I have to say. Oh, God. It's been good, though, hasn't it? But the thing is, I often, if you know me in real life, I like to joke around like this anyway, go on these massive sort of fantasy fucking joke fucking, things. I don't get a chance to do it very often now, so it's been nice to be able to do it with you lot. Just sat there creating a whole universe. Shall I rename this one? The Crinkle Cut. I don't know. I'll have a think later. Outdoor Sports said the official snacks of the film, Buckog's Crinkle Cut chips. Exactly. That's exactly it. So we're going everywhere now. We've got the whole lockdown. We've got the film premise. We've got the snacks going. Yeah. Oh, God's sake. Yeah, I think we've come up with a but as I said, I'm deadly serious. Trace it back in time. Go back to every child that ever went missing and never got found. I'm fucking telling you, 100% without a doubt, there's a spirograph involved. Bet you anything. That said, me and 83 again as well, of course. I don't. Thing is, what I'll tell you why it just sort of came very organic, Zed. But it was because it sort of amused me that two people had the same experience. And in my head, as a sort of joke to myself, I thought that must be a common thing then. And then I thought, well, if that's a common thing, who knows? Who knows? I'm convinced now. I'm convinced that you and Luke's dad got off lightly. We're lucky to even have you here now. The Great Crinkle Cut Spiroverse Conspiracy. I'll have a think about it. But this is definitely 100% going to be in my interactive film now. There's definitely going to be a bit about the Crinkle Cut. The Crinkle Cut Killer or something. But it's not the Crinkle Cut Killer, it's the Spirograph. Spirograph demons. James said, Mike, you should change from being weapon collector to foreskin collector. No, I'm not the Spirograph Killer. That's not me. I'm not him. I'm the one exposing him. I'm exposing his crimes. Or this demon's crimes. If it wasn't for me, you lot wouldn't even know about these things. Me and Spiroverse foreskin collector demon. No, he's the one doing it. Me and the other bloke, anyway. You wouldn't have even known what was happening if we hadn't exposed these terrible crimes. What I've done tonight is the equivalent of when people found out that Ouija boards weren't toys and there was actually portals to talk to demons and the dead. We've discovered tonight that if you use a spirograph in an exact certain pattern and you make the hole opens to the Spiroverse Netherworld, sucks you down into their world, and then you get tortured in various ways that seem to involve parts of your genitalia being cut off by spirographs. Yes, and that's a fact. Oh, Mr. X, how you doing, mate? I bet he's thinking, what the fuck is he talking about? Sorry, mate. You probably have no idea what we're talking about, but it's a true story. You're not seeing. I bet everyone's thinking, what the fuck is he on about? Dad said, just don't look in the mirror at midnight. I say crinkle cut cock 3 times. Yes, it happened to you. Mother said, Mike can take the main body of the redback pistol and disassemble it. Just to know if it's I reckon. You know what, Mother? I reckon you could get off of it. You could get the cocking arm off of it. Yeah, you could definitely get a couple of bits off of it anyway. Yeah, we'll sort that out. James said, Mike, we'll have to change the display boards and what the little hooks with just little things like onion rings hanging off of it. Outdoor said, tarot is not creepy, by the way. Speaking of those things, it's actually quite useful if you set aside the woo-woo. Tactical, yeah, I've still got a deck. Crinkle Bowser Band. Don't, because now I've just thought of a crossbow of a string made of crinkle cut foreskins. This is the thing with me. My imagination is too good. I could actually picture them roped together in a chain. Don't do it. Don't mention these things to me. I can see them like they're there. If anyone wants to know what we're talking about, you're going to have to rewatch the stream. Right, anyone watching now? So, Mr. X, I'll be back on. I'll be back on in about 15 minutes, maybe, probably less than that. I'll be back on though. I'm going to go outside, do a late one. I knew I was definitely going to drink tonight because I even prepared all the Sunday dinner earlier. So I've cut all the potatoes, all that shit, put them in pans in salty water already. So yeah, I knew if I did that I'd no chance of not drinking tonight. That's exactly it, Metallic. Yeah, who needs daisy chain when you can have a crinkle cut foreskin chain? Exactly. That's what I pictured, and that was the string on the crinkle bows. Oh, for fuck's sake. I'm probably gonna, if I wasn't drunk tonight, I'd probably be having nightmares about this stuff now. Tactical said, in the Spiroverse, there's a demon kid playing music or banjo. Oh god. But yes, just like there's a public service warning, not announcement, it's a warning. Be very, very, very careful if you use a spirograph, because if you do, I've mentioned this about 6 times now, if you accidentally do the exact right or exact wrong spiral, you can open a portal to what they call the Spiroverse, get sucked into the netherworld, and then they do hideous things with parts of your body or the spirographs, and they cut things off. And basically, if you're not lucky, you get your foreskin cut off, and then you have a crinkle cut cock. if anyone wonders. Oh, that's probably someone telling me to shut up. Oh no, luckily it wasn't. Mike, what the heck was that on about? That's from Louise. Mike, what the heck was that? What was you on about? We're searching on the internet to find what you was on about. Found a a crinkle killer clown. Oh, Louise. Jamie's gonna have to tell you all about this now. Jamie's gonna have to tell you it. You're gonna have to learn all about it secondhand. Unfortunately, and I do not know whether he'll tell you it right or not. But do not let your kids use spirographs, because they're as bad as Ouija boards. I'm telling you, as bad as a Ouija board. Do not do it. Do not do it. But if you're not sure about this, rewind this stream back an hour and watch that. I better tell her, ain't I? That it's deadly serious. Where am I? That's what in the Spiroverse as a deal. Oh no, I read that one, didn't I? Zed's heard, hope you would get a fucking good hangover. It would serve you right. Oh god. Outdoor Sports and Mike. Make sure you get started on that film. It'd be shit if someone were to patent the idea in the next few days. Not even joking. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Jamie said to Louise, "You don't have a fucking clue." No, it's all right. Look, I'll be honest with you, Louise. It was just a joke we was making up about Zed Not Z and Luke had both said that Zed said he'd done a spirograph one day, and it had given him what did you say it gave you nightmares, Zed, or it, but Luke said it gave his dad nightmares, and then I became convinced, and now it's a real thing because you know, once it's out there, it's real. That if you do a spirograph accidentally, with the wrong colors and the wrong pattern, and then you rip that little hole in the middle, it opens up to an alternative universe, sucks you in, and then someone else said that they reckoned it probably does terrible things to you. I don't want to say. Got to shy now. Got to shy now talking to a woman. Basically, you get sucked down to the netherworld, and then they cut your foreskin off with a spirograph, and then you have to go around for the rest of your days with a crinkle cut cock. All right, that's your full explanation. Fuck's sake. Singh said it's the demon delicacy. The spirographs are a trap set in the underworld dimension to harvest crinkle cut cocks. Exactly. That's exactly it. It probably is. I can imagine it. Yeah. It's like it'd be a delicacy, wouldn't it, to them? Exactly. Jamie, I don't even know if I want to show that comment. I'm not actually going to show that one. I might. No, I don't know what's worse. Should I show it or read it? I'll show it. You lot can read it, and then I'm going to get rid of it. It's nothing bad. It's just it cracked me up what he said. Oh, for fuck's sake. Right, I'll leave that on for a few seconds and I'm getting rid of it. Actually, I can't. Got rid of the wrong comment. Oh, God. There you go. Spyro Banjo Stringer Demon said yummy. Oh, fucking hell. Outdoor said if foreskins would regrow, there'd be hats made of them and tutorials now to do it. I bet there would. I bet there would. What's Louis saying now? Right, hang on. What's Louis saying? Did she have a nightmare as well? Dad said I said I did a pattern with it and it frightened me, and I locked it in the cupboard and never used it again. Yeah, that's amazing. I genuinely think that's fucking amazing. He said, yeah, I know when I played with one as a kid and looked at it for ages, it was like being on a trip. That's 3 people now. I'm telling you, it's fucking true. That was trying to suck her in, but the hole wasn't there. Louise, you was that close to being sucked into a Spiroverse never world. It's just you just happened to have not made a hole in it. If you'd have made a hole in that paper, you would have got sucked in there, and we would never even know you now. I'm telling you, you're so lucky. Zed's lucky he chucked it in the cupboard. Luke's dad had nightmares about it. Count yourself lucky, I'm telling you. You know, that's 3 people who've corroborated this story now. I'm telling you, it's 100% true. 100% true. You need to spread the word. Everybody spread the word. Do I like Pingu? I do like Pingu, actually. One of the funniest things I ever saw when I was stoned was the episode of Pingu when he kept pissing the bed. And I stood in my front room with because me and Malcolm are twins, and our next brother is 9 years younger than us. So I must have been about 16, so he would have been about 6. And he came in, and I was just stood there watching Pingu pissing everywhere, and I just couldn't stop laughing because I was stoned. But it made it even funnier when my younger brother came in. He was about 6 at the time, or 7. He would have been, yeah, 7. It's very funnier. Said it was 83 hair gun who had the nightmare. Like I probably will tonight. Metallic Reality said, but the O's 8 only half invisible. Mother said I bought from Attila just to test it, see if it was any good. Pingu makes more sense when you get older. Black said I watched a Banjo video this morning. One from Deliverance, Burt Reynolds. Now Banjo Demon pops up. There you go. There you go. Said everything on it. Yeah, Pingu versus the Thing is actually brilliant, isn't it? As you said, even John Carpenter liked it, didn't he? Do you know what my favourite bit in that is, Zed? My favourite bit in Pingu versus the Thing is the bit where it does the bit when McCready shouts. What does he shout? Fuck you too. Chucks it. And Pingu, when he goes, no, he does it in the exact same way as Kurt Russell when he says, fuck you too. Pingu does exactly the same. And I know that sounds really weird, but I love that. What the fuck are you talking about? There's something about that, yeah. Where's what he shouts, isn't it? Fuck you too, isn't it? Yeah. Days, if you've got any spirographs in your house, get rid of them. You've got to get rid of them. Yeah, don't use 3 colours. She said you have to use 2 colours, a red and a blue, and alternate them, and then you start getting this trippy thing. Yeah, but if you accidentally rip a hole in the paper, you're in there. Did I tell you how to? There's one way and one way only to stop it happening. You have to get a broom, right? Make sure you've got trousers with a belt loop in, and you basically stick a broom in your belt loop in the back of your trousers, and then you can basically just spiral away. Then you'll probably still go mad, but at least you won't get sucked in. Because the broom stops you getting sucked down the hole. There you go. Do not try it though, because it still makes you go mad. Spirographs are the official toys of acid. Lord Flashheart said, evening on everyone's stream. Oh, you've missed that. All right, I'll treat there, Lord Flashheart. Shame you weren't on earlier. That's fucking hilarious. I'm talking to you lot on here, and I'm talking to Louise at the same time on here. He's messaging me about it. Right, I better go off in a second, but I will be back, and I probably won't even be 15 minutes. Because I don't need to take anything out there really. I just need to put a jumper on and that. I've already set my fucking room up, so I can just get straight in bed later. Excuse my 8 pillows. All different pillowcases. Dan said, "What would a Pingu themed horror movie look like?" Well, it would look like Pingu versus the Thing. What's that? Let me get it up for you. This is a real thing. Pingu versus the Thing is a real thing. That's what it would look like, because that's it. That's exactly it. It's a real thing. Right. This is Pingu versus the Thing. Zed, if you have any nightmares about let me just check this. Don't go yet, Zed. Zed, promise me if you have any nightmares about spirographs, please write them down and tell us. We won't take the piss or nothing. We're totally serious. No, please, if you do, tell me. I'll be honest with you, I haven't been doing this to take the piss out of you or Luke's dad. It was one of those things that just got into my head because of my imagination. And I thought, I'm going to go with that all night now. Good night, Zed. Yes, sweet dreams, as Metallic says. It's only 2 minutes long as well. I recommend everyone, when you finish this, go and look up Pingu versus the Thing, and then you'll see what would happen if Pingu was in a horror film made by John Carpenter. Silas or Silius, sorry mate, you're right, mate. He said, "Have you got a HO45? First video of yours or what?" I haven't anymore. Sold it, but I did have. They're good pistols, but I couldn't really get on with mine. Sorry, hiccups now. Jamie said, "I tried doing a spirograph once, but gave up in the end because just get going round in circles." That's actually quite a good one, Jamie. I like that. I do like that. Yeah, good night, Zed. Don't have nightmares. Do sleep well. And I'm not doing this. This is not me. No, hang on. Well, I don't know. Anyway, this is relevant.
Are you being sarcastic or something, my son? Just one of my least favourite things, that happens to be sarcasm.
I'm not being sarcastic. or sarcastic, as he likes to say, because he's being sarcastic about being sarcastic. I knew you'd say something like that. And he said, I do only know when I come around here to explain that to you with a lump out. Oh, fuck's sake. All right, keep them to yourself then. Keep them to yourself. We don't want to know. You can do a food joke if you want, Dan. You can do a food joke if you want. I don't know if the other people in the chat will like it or not, but right, I'm just going to finish this, then I'll go off. But I'll come back on anyone watching. So give me 5 minutes. It won't take long. Right, we've all got to downvote Dan's joke now. He's just causing trouble on purpose. That wasn't even a good joke. Joking, Dan. Hang on. Oh, no, that's the wrong one. You're not getting that. That's what I meant to do. Nah, I get it. So what shall I call the next stream? Crinkle Cut Collective. Crinkle Cut Cock Alcohol, not alcohol. Crinkle Cut Cock Anonymous. Spirograph support group. I'll do that. Spirograph demon support group or something. Spirograph victims support group. Have you been affected by CCC? Crinkle Cut Cock. Right. Yes, I'll name it that. Yeah. Yeah. What did I say I was going to call it? Spirograph. What the fuck did I say I was going to call it now? I've forgotten already. I've only had one. I ain't even had one pint yet. Right, what's a piece of paper? James, hurry up, Dan. Might love jokes. I've forgotten already what the fuck I was going to call it. No, I have actually. Yes, I have, and I know what you mean by the trippy sort of patterns. Yeah, I used to quite like that in a way. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean there. She said the PlayStation visualizer while listening to music. And some wire spirograph on there as well. Yes, I remember that. I used to quite like that stuff. Spirograph the sequel. There's got to have somewhere in it. Have you been affected by CCC? I'll tell you what, I don't need to fucking drink tonight. I've been fucking off on my head anyway. I think I was dry drunk during this whole stream. Which is acting like you're drunk while you're sober. That's quite a good one, actually, Jamie. Crinkle Cut Collectors Club. For guns. Black Sun, I don't know you Brits. I don't know you Brits have foam on your beers. I don't know. Right, I'm off. Just you're telling terrible jokes. I'll be back on in about 5 minutes, all right? Thank you for watching. I've genuinely really enjoyed tonight. It's been a really good laugh. I've not had a proper laugh like that for ages. You know, proper. You know what I mean? Mike's arse mounted Spiroverse protector broom. There you go. I'm selling them. He said, I'm sober and that scares me. Yeah, I tell you, I didn't need no booze tonight, but I was going to drink anyway. Right, so see you all in about 5 minutes. Please do come back. If you should be subscribed anyway, because you can't even comment if you don't. Click the bell so you definitely get notified, but you probably won't anyway. Right, you're coming back, Tactical. Right, I'll see you all in a bit. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. It's been a really good one. Good night, everyone who's going off, and genuinely don't have nightmares and do sleep well. I'll see you in a bit. Good night.